Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the triple gem. Humble salutation at the holy feet of Badabanteji, Kaswabanteji, and all the Bhikkhu Sangha here. And metta to all novice monks and all upasakas and upasikas. So today, I'm very happy that I got the opportunity to speak Dhamma, to share Dhamma with you all. So on this occasion, I would like to narrate just one Jataka, and then after that, I will explain it briefly. So Jataka means the previous words of the Buddha. So this is khanti wadi Jataka. In this Jataka, the Buddha or the Bodhisattva emphasizes the importance of khanti. Khanti means patience or forbearance. So this Jataka starts like this. Once the Bodhisattva was born in a very wealthy family, but at his young age, his parents passed away. So he decided to live the worldly life and become a monk. So after becoming monk, he was residing in the Himalayas, meditating and practicing solitude. So once he came to the city to collect salt and some important ingredients. Then he came to the royal park, and he was sitting there under a tree and meditating. Then there the commander-in-chief saw the Bodhisattva sitting and meditating there, and at once he was so pleased by seeing the demeanor and the shining face of Bodhisattva, and he went to the Bodhisattva and bowed down at his feet and requested him to stay there for some months, and he assured that he will take care of him. Then at the time, the king of that country was Kalabu. The king was Kalabu. So once the king with some women from his harem, he went to the park to enjoy. Then there he drank extremely alcoholic drinks, and after drinking too much, he felt asleep. Then as the king felt asleep, so some women, they thought to see the forest, to enjoy the nature. So as they went some distance, then they saw the Bodhisattva. He was meditating there. And they went to the Bodhisattva, and after paying their respect, they requested him to teach them something which will be helpful for their life. So the Bodhisattva, he began to teach them about the importance of khanti, or patience. Then after some time, the king woke up, and after waking up, he saw some of his partners are not there. Then he got angry, and after searching them for some time, finally when he reached them and saw the Bodhisattva was preaching them, and he was even more angry after seeing the Bodhisattva was talking with his woman. Then he asked the Bodhisattva, "What you are talking about?" Then Bodhisattva said, "I am teaching them about the importance of khanti." And the king, he was already deluded by drinking too much alcoholic drinks. So he could not understand. Uh, he could not understand the the importance of Dhamma, the importance, the greatness of Bodhisattva. So he said, "Okay, you are preaching them about khanti, about patience. Let me try whether you yourself practice what you preach." Then he called his executioner, and then he ordered him to beat Bodhisattva with some thorny piece of wood. So after beating, and Bodhisattva was fully soaked with blood. And then he once again asked the king, "What you are talking about?" Again, the Bodhisattva replied, "I am preaching them about the importance of khanti." The king was even more enraged with that reply. And then he ordered his executioner to cut off nose, both hands and feet. And then after that, he asked the Bodhisattva again. The Bodhisattva gave his same reply. And then after that, the king was even more enraged. And then he gave a big kick in the chest to Bodhisattva. And after that, he left Bodhisattva. But as Bodhisattva was such a great person, he was his virtue, he was following the virtues. His virtues was so great that the king, by torturing him, by kicking him, he accumulated lots of demerit, and it was so heavy, so weighty that even the great earth could not bear it. So instantly the earth opened up and swallowed him. And directly he went to the hell. So after that, the commander-in-chief saw the condition of Bodhisattva, and at once he came and began to apply medicine on the wounds, but it was too serious. So Bodhisattva also could not survive. After some time, he too passed away. So this is the Jataka, in briefly, Khantivadi Jataka. So here you can see the importance of khanti. Khanti means patience or forbearance. So in the world, when we come in the world, we come alone. And when we leave the world, that time also we live alone. We do not take anyone with us. We live alone. But in between, there we have to live with thousands of people. We come across thousands of people. We have to deal with thousands of people. So that time we need this quality of khanti. When you are alone, then it is no problem, because there is nobody to trouble you, nobody to blame you. Then there is no problem when you are alone. For example, suppose you are wearing bangle in your hand. If you are wearing only one bangle, does it make sound? No, it doesn't make any sound. But if you are wearing 2 or 3 bangles, then these bangles start making noise or sound. So even so, when we are staying alone, there is no problem, because there is nobody to blame you, nobody to trouble you. But once we start staying with other people, that time there exist differences, then there exists liking or disliking. So on the other hand, when we are in the world, we are always in the middle, which means there are people who are seniors to us, and there are people who are juniors to us. So to maintain harmony towards the both parties, for that we need 2 qualities, which are also related to khanti, and those are kamana bhava and samana bhava. Kamana bhava means the power or the quality of forgiving. Just before some minutes, Bandiji also explained about that. So it's a very important quality which every one of us should possess and develop, because when some juniors are there under our care, so we should possess loving kindness towards everybody. Like usually what happens, we see if some are bad boy, then we dislike them. We get angry with them. And if some are good boy, if some have good behavior, then we tend to like them. We like them, we love them, but that is biased. Our love should be unbiased. Whether he's bad or good, it doesn't matter. If somebody is doing some bad deed, instead of getting angry with him, instead of disliking him or having grudge towards him, we should feel compassionate for him, because he's doing these wrong deeds because of his defilements, because of his ignorance. That's why he's doing this. He's doing this wrong deeds. That's why instead of getting angry with him, instead of disliking him, we should feel compassionate. We should love him equally, whether he is good or bad. So our love, our care, our loving kindness should be same with both bad boy and good boy. So that is real metta. Otherwise, if you only keep sitting and sharing metta, and you are not practicing in that situation, then that is not real metta. So that is kamana bhava. And then samana bhava means to forbear. Like the first one, the kamana bhava, first one is to forgive. If your junior ones are doing something wrong, that time you should forgive them with with understanding, with love and compassion. And then now samana bhava means there are people who are seniors to you, so you are also not perfect, so we are also not perfect, so we tend to make mistakes, and it is their right to make us correct. It is their accountability, it is their responsibility to make us correct. So that time we should not be angry with them, we should not get angry with them. And often what happens, we blame other people, we blame them, because of him I got angry, he made me angry. We often blame some people, but actually nobody makes you angry, nobody cause you to get angry. It is you yourself get angry. Why? Because of your defilements. Because somebody may be scolding you using harsh words like swar, gada, or whatever. But what is that? Whether it be swar or gada, it is just a sound. It is just a vibration, right? It is just a vibration, just a sound. So why we get angry with that word? Because when it reaches to our ear sensory, our sota pasada, then we decide, our mind decides, he is using that bad words for you. He is comparing you with animal, with swar or gada. So that's why we get angry. But in actual, whatever he's speaking, whatever he's using the word, that is just a vibration, that is just a sound. So why we should blame him? Because of him, I got angry, he made me angry. We blame him. Actually, the reason is here. So both happiness and unhappiness begins from within, not from without, not from outside, from inside. Everything is hidden in our body, which is about a fathom in size. So that's why instead of blaming others, we should look into ourselves. So for that also it needs sati, lots of, sati means awareness, means whatever situation may come, you should be very aware, very mindful what is arising in your mind. Otherwise, whatever you learn Dhamma, suppose it happens like this, when we listen Dhamma, like now I am speaking about khanti. So if we are inspired, then we decide, we determine from today I will practice khanti, like that. But once that situation comes, that trouble situation comes, that time we forget. That time we forget about khanti. That time we get angry. Why it happens? Because lack of mindfulness, lack of awareness. So if we are aware, we are always mindful what is coming in our mind, what is arising in our mind. That time, if that troublesome situation is coming, then if anger is arising, then we will be aware that anger is coming, anger is arising. Then we can subdue it. That's why, without blaming others, we should look into ourselves. So, whenever somebody is using some harsh words or scolding you badly, so that time we should see, oh, he is using that word, swar or gada, whatever. That is just a sound. That is just a vibration. Ultimately, we decide he is using that. He is calling me swar. He is calling me gada. That is, we decide, right? We decide that. Actually, whatever he is speaking, that is just a sound, just a vibration. So, in fact, in Milinda Panha, Venerable Nagasena Bhanteji, he says, he elaborates the qualities of some animals. So, if we look at that, if somebody is telling us Gada, we should be happy. If someone is calling you dog, kutta, you should be happy, because there are good qualities in them also. Like you say a dog, he's so, so loyalty. If you beat him, if once it shakes its ears, it forgets everything. But we human beings, what we do? If someone scolded us, if someone did something which hurt us, then we never forget it. We keep it in mind and we keep grudge towards him. And we make some plan to revenge. So this is our mental attitude, and the dog attitude is, once it shakes its ears, it forgets everything. So you see, which is better. So that's why, with this understanding, we should be, very mindful. These qualities are very important to maintain harmony in this social life, because we are not alone. If you are in jungle alone, then there is no problem. So you are mostly upasakas and upasikas, you are in family life. So there you have to deal with so many people, like with, there are so many differences. So you have to deal with all those differences. So for that, you need this kamana bhava and samana bhava. And also, some people think that that these teachings are only for monks, khanti or mindfulness. These are for monks. No, but that's wrong. These are for one, whoever wants the ultimate freedom from the slavery of defilements, whether he is monk or a nun or upasaka or upasika, whatever. Whoever wants freedom from the slavery of defilements, he should practice, he should develop these qualities. So I hope you all understood. So once again, I thank Bhanteji for giving me this wonderful opportunity to speak a few minutes. And I also thank all upasakas and upasikas for listening carefully. And I share all the merits with all living beings. May all living beings be happy. Once again, thank one and all.